Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are currently in Kugane, where we help Makoto here deal with Hingan insurrectionists. And last time we found traitors in the Sekisegumi and they fled. So Makoto, how do we continue from here? The hunt for Ugetsu. Great tidings, Desiree. We've ascertained the location of Ugetsu's hideout. Captain Kongo has the details. A moment, if you would. Desiree, you are welcome. We scoured Shin's quarters and watched her turn up amongst the possession but missives we received from Ugetsu. They point to a certain ruin in Yangsha. Now, word of Shin's demise will have already reached Ugetsu, and you must assume we will track him down along. But he will not, cannot run. To do so after losing his right hand would cost him much of the momentum he has painstakingly gained. As I see it, two choices remain to Ugetsu. He will await our coming, or he will bring the fight to us. Either way, the stakes are high. As you know, Ugetsu is a peerless swordsman. Only you, who bested Shin, and perhaps myself, could stand a chance against him. As captain, my place is here at the barracks. While I hold the fort, I bid you and Makoto journey to Yangsha, there to hunt down Ugetsu. I shall pray for your safety and success. If instead the rogue should show himself here, rest assured I will give him a rousing welcome. Yangsha lies upon the mainland across the Ruby Sea. You will first make for Namai, a small mountain village, and thence go after Ugetsu and his cohorts. The ruin serving as Ugetsu's hideout is near. I shall scout on ahead. Meanwhile, pray scour the area for insurgents and tend to them. The bridge? Alright, that's 3. And 6. Good. Bakufu scum! Ugetsu is nowhere to be seen, and that means... he's on his way to Kugane. To pay your captain a visit. Kami, preserve! We must hurry back! We've no time to waste this way. Let's hurry back to Kogane. Nope. No! Forgive me. I was too weak. The Sekisegumi, yours now. You must finish. Well, well, for a moment I doubted my eyes. But it really is you, Kagetsu. I hadn't expected to see you in a Sekisegumi uniform, dear sister. But stands. Yes, very picture of Master himself. So you are Musosai's final pupil, and the samurai who felled Shiden. I am. We meet at last. Ugetsu at your service. Like you, I trained under Musosai. And like you, I was made to walk his absurd path. We're practically brother and sister. It's a shame, then, if we stand on opposing sides. Hingashi has known peace for too long. Her leaders have gone soft and they've spent their days in decadence. Their existence is a blight. One that must be burnt out with the fires of revolution. To kindle this fire, I bade Shiden assassinate the Tyro. But thanks to you and yours, the attempt ended in miserable failure. Till now, we have kept to the shadows, but the time has passed. No few people share our vision, and by bringing them into the fold, we shall have the strength to face the Bakufu openly and defeat it. Removing a captain was the first step in this endeavor. With him gone, the good men and women of the Sekisegumi made choose with their hearts. If there are any souls here who would join our cause, we welcome you with open arms. The offer stands for you too, Kagetsu, my sister pupil. Will you not create a new world with me? Create? You can create naught with the edge of a blade. Nay, what you seek to do is destroy. Should the Bakufu fall, Hingashi would be plunged into another age of blood. Blood will flow, aye, but it will serve to nourish and strengthen a new nation. One that is free of the corruption that tainted the old. What we have now is not peace, but stagnance. Hingashi has become a morass of decay, and we samurai must be the tsunami that washes it clean to make way for true peace. A samurai fights the war of chaos, not created. Have you forgotten Master Musosai's teachings? Clearly my breath is wasted on you. But what of the others? Will you remain mindless slaves to the Bakufu? Or will you join me and bring about true change? Disappointing. I had hoped some of you would see sense. But if we must fight, then so be it. I have no desire to spill blood needlessly. Let us settle this away from the masses on the Isle of Bako. Your people against mine. Though if I may make an observation, it seems you may want for blades, dear sister, now that your men are aware of our connection. Hear me, my comrades. As leader of the first squad, I've been chosen to carry on Captain Kongo's legacy. The battle against Ugetsu promises to be bloody, but Comrade Wei must prevail. The future of Hingashi rests upon us. Forgive me, Desiree, but it's all true. Ugetsu is my older brother, and Kagetsu is my birth name, though I've long cast it aside. We were born into a samurai family in the capital, Bukyo. From a tender age, Ugetsu showed tremendous talent as a swordsman, and everyone knew him as a child prodigy. But to me, he was always a kind and caring brother. I was proud of him, and I couldn't have been prouder when the legendary Musosai took him as a pupil. Then he took to the road for his training and I never saw him again. It was a different man who returned. Instead of easy smiles, he wore frowns. Instead of good-natured quipping, he engaged in heated tirades directed at the Bakufu and the great lords. There was so much anger. But more than that, there was despair. Despair for his country. Not long thereafter, he parted ways with Master Musosai and began instructing me in the katana. As far as back then, I believe he harbored the dream of toppling the Bakufu, and so instilled in me the skills to survive in a war-ravaged world. In time, I came into my own as a samurai. And when it happened, my brother assassinated high-ranking officers of Bakufu, and our family was made to pay the price. Our line was ordered wiped from existence. My parents were summarily executed. It was only by chance that I escaped their fate. Out in the streets and without a home, I journeyed to Kugane. I adopted the name Makoto and knocked on the Sekisugumi's doors, with but one purpose in my mind: punishing Ugetsu. We may share the same blood, but I can never forgive him, for our parents' blood is on his hands. But for all my determination, I am no match for my brother, and while his cause grows in strength, mine only weakens. In our culture, people are defined first by their birth, and the relation that I am kin to Ugetsu has shaken my men's faith in me. They may not accept my authority, even though the captain willed it. And with him gone, there's naught I may depend upon save mine own conviction. And you, Desiree. Even should it cost me my life, I swear to end my brother's ambition. I pray you will stand with me through this trying time. The battle on Bako. Desiree, my fear has become a reality. Members of the Sekisegumi are deserting one after another. Finding out that I'm Ugetsu's sister and you Musosai's pupil has shattered their faith in our cause. With so many gone, we haven't the strength to face the insurgents. We have to convince them to return somehow. There's no two ways about my connection to Ugetsu, but if we can dispel the stigma surrounding Master Musosai at least, they may have a change of heart. I require but a chance to speak my piece. Will you help me round up our disillusioned comrades? I will look around the barracks and to the north side of town. If you could focus your search on the south? I say you bested the lieutenant, but I'll be damned if you didn't use dirty tricks you learned from the craven Musosai. The captain calls. What will Sergeant's sister want now? Might as well see what sort of lame excuse she got installed. What do you want, Ijin? I have naught to say to the likes of you. The captain desires a chance to explain. Well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to hear out. Look, it's not like I distrust you or the captain. It's just... I can't work up the will to fight anymore. She wants to talk, does she? Well, I doubt anything she says would change my mind, but I'll go along with it for now. By the Kami, this is awkward. Let us hear what she has to say. This better be good or I'm going to the tavern. My thanks for your help, Desiree. Let's begin before I change my minds. Hear me out, my comrades. In our nation, Mushosa is a name that evokes loathing. All know that his were the hands that created the monster Ugetsu, and all know that he evaded responsibility for fear of death. But naught could be further from the truth, for Mushosa ever taught that the samurai's calling is to preserve order. However, Ugetsu seeks to do the very opposite. In bringing down the Bakufu, he means to usher in such chaos as to trigger another age of blood. Ugetsu may have trained under Mushosa, but he was no true pupil of his. Nay, his true pupil stands before you now, and she, like her master did, wields her katana to protect the peace. Bah, protect the peace, you like to say. But what did Mushosa ever do to protect the peace? Can you tell us that? I would ask the same question. All we know is that he challenged warriors the realm over, and never was once defeated. An impressive feat to be sure, but it was neither here nor there. It takes strength to protect the peace. As we strive to own our skills through rigorous training, Mushosa owned his through duels. He brought evildoers to account as Kogarashi. Wait a second. The Kogarashi? The mystery samurai who roamed the land smiting the wicked when I was little? The man who protected the weak and punished common crooks and great lords alike before vanishing like the wind? It was Mushosa all along? I became a samurai because of him. Me too. Kogarashi was my hero. I wanted to change the world like him. Looking back, it was when first I heard tell of Kogarashi that the desire to take up a katana took root in my heart. I had known that Master Mushosa journeyed the land with my brother, but to think that he did so as Kogarashi. Could the experience have pushed Ugetsu to his extreme beliefs? Very well, Captain, we're wrong about Mushosa, but what have you to say for yourself? That's right, we haven't forgotten about that. Your brother's a bastard that's trying to tear down our nation. How can we trust you? Ah, enough! I've been biting my tongue, but I can't stand it anymore. hello there, Desiree. Fancy seeing me here, I shouldn't doubt. The idea occurred to me to visit Musosa's homeland, you see? And you know how spontaneous I can be. But what do I find upon arriving but this painful display of narrow-mindedness? The old man would be turning in his grave. Who else are you? Who I am doesn't matter. What matters is what I did, and that was to journey with Desiree and Musosa in a quest to right wrongs. We've established that you all respect and admire Musosa, who happens to be your childhood hero, Kogarashi. Well then, you should know what he used to always say about his own countrymen, that you are so focused on a person's birth, you blind yourself to his true worth. It's so bleeding obvious, I can't believe I have to say this, but having a villain for a brother doesn't make Makoto a villain. In spite of their relationship, she opposes him, for God's sake. Now, look at yourselves. None of you were born into samurai families, but through hard work, you've made it this far. Become who you wanted to be. But Makoto-san is no different. Like you, she's broken free of the shackles of her birth to live a life of her own choosing. By the Kami, why could I not see this, after all we've been through together as comrades? Damn it, you're right. How many times have I had to put up with scorn because I came from a poor village? But there I was dealing that scorn to the captain. Strike me down for a fool. I've always despised this aspect of our culture, yet all this time I remained its unwitting prisoner. Come, my friends, let us bring back those of us who are still at large. We have a battle to win and peace to protect. You're the gentleman from the inn in Ulda. I owe you a debt of gratitude. Oh, don't mention it. I'm a showmaster by trade and words are my domain. Swords, not so much, so I'll bow out here. Oh, I think I'd go and take a dip in one of these hot springs I've heard so much about. The rest I leave in your capable hands, Desiree. Put a stop to Ugetsu and give the old man the peace he deserves. I will. You can depend on me. The appointed hour is nigh. Let's make for the field of battle, for the Isle of Bako. Right, let's give those insurgent bastards a thrashing they'll never forget. All my doubts are banished. I stand ready to fight with you. I'm pleased to say we're able to round up everyone. All that remains is to fight as we've never fought before. All wayward members are returned, and all of their resolve restored. Let's go and face Ugetsu. Will this false peace continue? Or will the fires of true change sweep across the land? Today, we decide Higashi's history. Today we decide whose path is right. Musosa's or mine. There's but one among you worthy to be my opponent. She who trained under mine own master. Come, Desiree, show me the strength of your conviction. Let us fight, pupil to pupil. Such nostalgic blade work. There's no doubt under whom you trained. But no amount of Musosa's training will grant you victory over me. For I have transcended our master. You've learned well. 'Tis plain you will not fall easily. For you I shall call upon my true strength. Steel yourself. A rain of blades to shroud the moon. You're surpassingly strong, but I allow. But I have a mission, a vision to realize. I will give Higashi a true peace. Another accomplishment I cannot fail. No. So much undone. Lord Ugetsu defeated? Impossible! We're finished! Why do you stay your blade? It is over. The heavens have chosen. Now, strike me down. A samurai must be decisive. Finish me, or I shall finish you. Making her do it. Good. You've gone strong, little sister. Come, my friends. Let us return to the barracks. Beautiful woman. Back to the barracks. You succeeded in quelling a major threat to the nation. It was in no small part due to you, Desiree. You have my eternal gratitude. While not all insurrectionists are accounted for, without a leader to unite them, they will eventually scatter to the winds. As for me, my appointment as captain of the Sekisegumi has since been made official. It is a heavy burden, but I swear to bear it with honor and live up to Captain Kongo's faith in me. Meanwhile, the revelation of Kogarashi's true identity has been doing its rounds of our order. It would seem that nigh all of our younger members idolized him and joined out of a desire to make a difference. In embarking upon his quest, I believe Master Musosai in part wished to sow the seeds of a new generation. Ugetsu sought the quick path to change, and cared not that it was fraught with strife and suffering. He saw Higashi as a dilapidated house, fit only to be torn down. But Master Musosai sought to restore this house, board by board, nail by nail. One injustice at a time, even should it take several lifetimes. To ensure that his legacy lives on, I will embark upon my own quest of change here in Kugane, and I pray that you will do the same no matter where your road takes you. Now? By facing your brother pupil in Mortal Kombat, you have drawn forth a new technique. This concludes the samurai quest for Stormblood. For the next and final quest, finish Shadowbringer's main story quest and you must have finished the role quest, okay. Meaning being level 80. Sam, I am too. Ah, Desiree, it does my spirit well to see you. Pray take your ease at our humble barracks. How fare you of late? The burden of a captain are many and heavy, but with the willing aid of those around me, I'm managing my weight somehow. In my station, I cannot simply leave my responsibilities behind to embark on a quest to right wrongs. But one day, perhaps another like the legendary Kogarashi shall arise from our very own ranks. Speaking of our ranks, I should mention that we welcomed an unexpected group of recruits of late. Ugetsu's former minions. They were deeply remorseful of their actions and decided they deserved a second chance. Though their methods were unconscionable, they bear no less love for the nation than us. The way in which they go about their duty is testament to this. By the same token, it means that we Sekisegumi and the insurgents were but two sides of the same coin. But one misstep and I may have ended up on the same side as my brother. But here I am now, and here I shall stay, with Master Musosai's teachings ever guiding me. I shall continue striving to change the realm, one injustice at a time. Good. And that's it for now. For the samurai quest. As I said, there's a level 80 quest, but it will not be today. And otherwise I say until next time, I'm Ace and don't get lost.